with a radius of 2, so going through 2, minus 2, minus 2 and 2, so get out your compass and draw that circle. Now the cosine curve for part B. Now the sine curve and the cosine curve are very similar. They're sort of waves that go up to +1 and down to -1, and really you every 90 degrees something else happens, so you've got like a maximum, then 0, then a minimum, then 0, then a maximum, and so on. The difficult bit to remember is which is which. Now I think the best way to remember this is think of Sokotoa. Okay, think of Sokotoa, then picture a little right-hand triangle with a tiny little angle. I've obviously made it a bit bigger for you to see it here. So picture the cosine of naught. So imagine an angle which is very nearly naught. So over here, picture this. Now cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Now when this angle gets really, really small, so approaching naught, then really that hypotenuse is almost touching the adjacent side, so they're both going to be about 1. If we make one of them 1, the other's 1. So the cosine of naught is really going to be 1 over 1, which is 1. So that's why the cosine graph starts off with an angle of naught and a cosine of naught of 1. Whereas with the sine curve, with sine being opposite over hypotenuse, as the angle gets very small, our opposite over hypotenuse is going to be naught divided by 1, or naught divided by something which is naught. So the sine of naught is naught. So the sine curve starts at naught naught, the cosine curve starts at naught 1. So that's just a little tip on how to remember which is which.